50, 45, there goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everybody to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 668. Today is Friday, May 22nd. The year is 2026. 3-day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out all of our vets who have served, men and women who could protect us from everything, from all the bad things outside of this country. Honestly, Joe, real quick before we get into it, been watching on Netflix a lot of like these Navy SEAL and Ranger like things. Yo, these people are fucking amazing.
I mean, teams, the guys in the teams, I mean, are hardcore. The men and women of the teams, man, that's why they're special forces, bro. Like you said, this is Memorial Day weekend. It's to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. So, you know, we do it for them and all the players, all the athletes, all the fighters going out there this weekend. I'm sure they're going to give it their all, you know. So
shout out my grandfather too. God rest his soul. He served in the military. You have some family members who served as well, correct?
Of course, my grandfather as well.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Grandpa Ed. I love him. I miss him. And yeah, man, like you said, this is what this weekend is about.
Yeah, 100%. So, you know what they say, Rangers lead the way. So they're fucking going in crazy. But kid, we got a great episode. E will join us. He is running a little late, but he will join us in a little. NBA, NHL playoffs have been amazing. We got UFL week 9. We're already in week 9 of the UFL. We got 4 games on the docket for this weekend. We'll talk a little NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs as well. But Joe, we will start. We'll go in Wednesday because I know we recorded and we didn't know the outcome of the game, but the Spurs wind up dropping game 2. Thunder tie it, and it's all because of SGA. I mean, 30 points. Yep. He balled out for them. You know, we're going to keep going to Chet Holmgren under points because that is a lock.
Wemby has his number. He owns him.
100%. It's in his head. It's mental now at this point. Alex Caruso, obviously not another 30-point game, but he still was second in scoring with 17 points. Talk about the contribution that they're getting from Caruso.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the headman, bro. Imagine what kind of contribution he would be giving to the Lakers. Maybe there was some sort of like X factor there when they played him and swept through him. You know what I mean? It's like a PTSD, you know? And I look at the Thunder as like the empire, like the evil empire, like we do like the Yankees, like the big brother in New York. It's you know, saw that comparison at all, people shouting at how the Spurs are kind of, or like Wemby's story could be approached into this you know, series right here. Hey, we might have Elvis join us right now, but you know, joining in the series and everything, it's like compared to Star Wars. You know, the first game was A New Hope. You got like maybe Wemby can dethrone the evil empire. Then the Empire Strikes Back in the second game, and game 3. We're gonna hope that you know, it's a Jedi Returns or something. We'll see if Wemby can pull it out because I mean the odds are gonna be stacked against him. If they can stop Wemby's game, I mean Thunder have a lot of options outside of that. So we're hoping from Castle, we're hoping from Harper, hoping healthy De'Aaron Fox. Maybe they could overcome what the Thunder put out there with Caruso and all.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox did wind up not playing in game 2 again. Dylan Harper left. He didn't. Oh, that is loud. That is loud.
That's a sign of respect.
Yeah, no, you're good. Dylan Harper did wind up leaving, but they said he probably will play tonight. Game 3 is tonight.
Oh, game time decisions, even for J Will and everything, right?
But,
J-Dub.
Yeah, Stephen Castle, 25 points, led the team, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, but 9 turnovers. Elvis, he leads every player in the playoffs with the most turnovers. Good game, but also the turnovers are a real issue.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the turnovers are killing them, but I personally don't fault him just because he's not a natural point guard. You know, starting point guard is down. And then in the second half, Keon goes down. Harper goes down. Now
Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson as well. Now he's the primary ball handler. He's not the point guard. So, I can see why, they wanted, despite having 11 turnovers in game 1, lost in game 2. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Harvestein played great defense on Wemby.
That was
At the end of the day,
factor.
at the end of the day, you don't need to, outplay Wemby. You just have to destruct them. You can't let them get comfortable. And I think that was Harvestein did. It's gonna be interesting to see now without Jalen Williams. We saw the Oklahoma City Thunder take care of round 1 and 2. No issue at all without Jalen Williams. I'm not sure if this OKC team can beat the San Antonio Spurs without J-Dub, because J-Dub is special. Let's just be honest. Yeah, he's a great player. So to take that away, and now you possibly adding the addition of DeAndre Fox back on the San Antonio Spurs, who's like Dylan just alluded to, is gonna help immediately turn down the turnovers.
Yeah,
that's less time with Sam Cassell having to bring up the ball up the court. So
Steve
Castle, Stefan Castle.
But
and
this is
Vassell. You know what? Also, it's also Vassell as well.
Yeah, there is a Vassell.
It's Vassell. Yeah. So,
this is more of attrition, boys. Don't you think? Right. This is back and forth affair.
Yes, and to East Point, maybe last pod, maybe it will go a little longer in 6 and 7 games. These two are.
I'm telling you, I called the 7. It's going 7. I by the way, not to jump ahead, Dill. Hope we don't see a sweep on the Eastern Conference side. But
a long wait.
I'm telling you right now, Western Conference is going 7 games. So enjoy it.
These teams are competitive. They go at it. I love it. Wemby is going at it. Harnstein, SGA, they're going at it. And yes, you made a good point. And, you and I got to talk about yesterday. Harnstein was the X factor, but the game was turnovers.
Yeah.
21 turnovers to 10, 27 points scored off those 21 turnovers. That's the game.
And that's also classic Oklahoma City basketball.
Yeah.
Turning the ball over, getting points off those turnovers. That's how they were so successful last year. They led the NBA in points off turnovers and steals. So I'll be honest, that was a vintage OKC performance. Caruso, who's been outstanding so far. Let's not forget, he 31 game 1. What I said, he's not going to give you 8 threes again, but he could give you 3 and 4. See, this Alex Caruso can show up nightly, and that'll be a problem for the San Antonio Spurs. So I think they got to figure out something with Alex Caruso. I think they've been doing a good job with everybody else, not for nothing. Even did a great job with SGA in game 1. Can you slow down Alex Caruso? I'm shocked that I'm saying that as well. Can you slow down AC? And can you...
Not me.
I'm not gonna say slow down SGA, but could you just guard him or play him like you did more like you game 1 than instead of game 2? Because in game 2 he kind of took control of the game.
It's certainly like more talented game plans and offenses than it is a lack of defense in the Western side, right? Like these guys, defense for sure.
And not for nothing, bro. I know people don't really appreciate it. I do, bro. Both of these teams are so deep. Like they got players 7th, 8th, 9th in rotation who are real good quality players.
Well, be starters in like other teams possibly.
Yeah. Bro, I'm still mad the 76ers traded McCain to the OKC Thunder. Bro, he's their 10th man in rotation, giving you 12 a night.
That's a lot.
And now Iceman's out. He's going to be dropping even more.
Crazy. Those just show that points are going to be scored. That's why I posed that question, because let's say you do take away those turnover and then the points off of turnovers, the over it's soared over about 30 points. If you take away the 25, 26, 27 that you said, the over's still hit.
I was going to say, Joe, good call on the over, because regardless of the turnovers or not, even if you cut them in half, you're still going over the numbers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, great call on you. We hit you and I on the Thunder bouncing back. Harper fucking got hurt, so I didn't hit him, but Chet Holmgren under every game.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren.
Yeah. And then I had a pretty good I hit the teaser 12 plus 12.5 with the Spurs. The Knicks minus half a point. We got there. James Harden over for the haters. For the haters in the chat. James Harden did go over by a half.
Barely.
What the hook? Doesn't matter if you win by inch or a mile.
Honestly,
winning.
The best slip was green. We got there. Wemby over 13.5 rebounds. We're going to keep going back to the well. So we had a good, successful. Oh,
No,
lying.
you didn't.
We went 3-1.
Yep.
Knicks didn't cover first half.
It don't matter.
First quarter. We was watching the game with Dylan. I was like, bro, y'all really about to give up? Because it was tied 24-24 with like 49 seconds left. I'm like, all right, y'all can score 2 buckets and get a stop. No, cool. Y'all lost the whole quarter. I said, I want y'all to lose. So Dylan straight up. I said, now I hope y'all lose. Because I hit the parlay first game, -1.5. Brunson, 25 points. Then the full game, -7.5.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a banger. So I put the same thing in without Brunson. I just did James Harden over first quarter Knicks and full game.
But it was a Josh Hart night, baby. 26.7 assists, 4 boards. The over 11.5 was the easiest play I've ever made in my life.
I told you guys, I was like, we're mentioning, look how deep, as Elvis said, the players out in the teams out in the West, the players that they have here on the Cleveland side as well. But the Knicks, like I said, Josh Hart, he's a big catalyst for that.
100%. And honestly, they really didn't need, they got a little time from Shamet. McBride hit a couple shots, but they really didn't need anyone. I know, Jalen Brunson didn't have his vintage. He only had 2 points at the half, I think. Yeah. It was an assist guy, 14 dimes for Jalen Brunson. And, shout out Mikal Bridges. Thank you, Elvis, for criticizing him, because ever since then, we've been on a tear, 9 in a row for this Knicks team. And they're getting it from everywhere. OG had 14. Cat had 18 and 13. Josh had 26. He had 5 threes. He was just hitting everything. Knicks cover. The 21 years before Jalen Brunson, the Knicks have 8 playoff wins. In 4 years with Jalen Brunson, how many playoff wins do you think the Knicks have?
Over 30.
I was going to say they got a 9-winning streak here. You got over 30. I might be with E.
Yeah, actually. 2 straight Eastern Conference Finals. That's 8-8. So 16 right off the rip. Just these last 2 years plus 2. The other 18. Yeah, I'm going to say 31, 32.
Yeah.
This is why you're a sharp E. 33.
Yep. There it is.
Knicks.
I should be getting paid more.
Knicks, they've won 9 straight games and have a plus 212 point differential in those games. It's the best of any 9-game span in NBA history in the regular or postseason. Wow. And who's this? It's a little trivia for both of you. Players in NBA history who have shot 60, 40, and 100% in a single postseason, minimum of 50 field goal attempts. There's one player in NBA history. Can you name that player?
100% is the free throw line, just to clarify.
Correct.
Okay. 60 and 40 with 100.
Field goal, 40 from the line, and then 100% free throw? 40 from the 3-point line is what I'm saying.
Yeah, 40. 40 is the 3.
I mean, every time you ask me these questions with the Knicks involved, it makes me think just how unstoppable Jalen Brunson. How could it not be him?
No, he wasn't. He's been shooting terrible from the 3-point line.
Oh, okay.
He shot 1 from 8 game 1. And I think yesterday, where did he go yesterday?
Yesterday, he went 1 for 7.
So he's 2 for 15.
It's not him then.
Yeah. Josh Hart is shooting bad as well. I'm not going to say Josh Hart.
Shamet.
No. One player in NBA. I'm going to go old. I'm going to go Larry Bird.
Well, that doesn't make sense because we're talking about the Knicks.
Oh, bro.
Mikal Bridges.
Really?
So all that stuff you said, I love it. Keep it coming. The Knicks, 94% chance to get to the finals. Boys, what do you think? Are we going to be coasting to the finals, E?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to agree with 100%. Coasting might be the word. Not to gas your New York Knicks up, your Knicks fans up, because y'all don't need any more hype. Gassing up, any more hype towards y'all way. Both of y'all might disagree with the statement I'm about to say.
Please.
What we witnessed yesterday was a championship caliber performance from the New York Knicks. The team I saw last night could win the finals. You know why? Despite your best player having an off night, you won this game by 16 points. You held a pretty good Cavs team to 93 points. That could win you a championship. You know, to me, the when Jalen Brunson doesn't need to play hero ball and have to give you 16 points in the fourth quarter for you to win the game, that's when the Knicks are at their best. Yes, you would like to see him be a little more efficient from the floor, but when you are able to win this game as convincingly as you've done it without Jalen Brunson, without Karl Anthony Towns yet to give you a monster game. Not for nothing, he has been efficient, 3 for 5 from the three-point line, 7 for 12 from the field in game 2. But like you said, OG Anunoby came along, 14 points. Josh Hart might have been a playoff career high with 26.
Yeah.
He hit 5 threes. Mikal Bridges, 19 points. He's been Mr. Consistent ever since game 4, game 5 of the Atlanta series. And then I understand the bench didn't really do much in game 2, haven't really needed to, but we saw what Landry Shamet did off game 1. What we've been seeing off these last 2 games for the Knicks, especially what I saw in game 2, championship team.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
Certainly the evolution of them. They're comfortable playing with one another. They want to win together. It's not about the individual. It's about the team. And you're seeing the fullest evolution of that. So
like the Knicks, the New York,
I'm impressed by him as a coach.
Yeah, not for now. Mike Brown's been undefeated since we was talking about his job.
Yeah, literally.
One last thing.
Yes, please.
I wouldn't expect Josh Hart to have this type of performance again. But what he did for the Knicks and Madison Square Garden game 2, it might put him as an all-time Knick. I'm gonna be honest. Bro, what he did for
the stat sheet.
Yeah, because we all know, and people who really watch basketball know, Josh Hart could give a fuck about scoring 26 points.
Saving a ball from going out of bounds, throwing his body into
he's
the crowd.
The grit guy. He's the one that's going to get the rebounds. He's going to fight for the loose balls. That's his job. No disrespect, but he knows his role. The fact that he was able to give you 26, that's special.
Force them to go into when they get into after foul trouble, what's it called? When they go
bonus.
When they finally get to the bonus, knowing when to pull those fouls up, knowing when to get a jump ball to put it in the Knicks' favor. Like Josh Hart he's been around the league. He's like under the radar, but I think he's just as
his IQ too. Is great.
Yeah, he's underrated. He's very underrated. And real last thing before we move along, I just want to say the main reason I think the Cleveland Cavaliers also lost this game, we need Sam Merrill to wake up. Every shot he put up yesterday was a brick and a half. He went 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. Not saying if he would have shot 5 for 7, it would have made a difference. I still think they would have lost, but bro, you can't come in and just go 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. You're a 3-point shooter. That's your job.
Struss was bad too, and that's their other 3-point.
Yeah, Struss. Yeah, but you cannot come in and go 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. Cannot do that.
I also think regardless how good he's been playing, Donovan Mitchell, he's playing a little hurt. You see him like,
yeah. This is not vintage Donovan Mitchell. No. And the fact that he's still giving you 25, 26 points a night, it just tells you everything.
He did lose a little aura with that, Joe, to your tweet.
I mean, he's a New York guy. He's a Mets fan, right?
Yeah, no, I do respect Donovan Mitchell.
Figures that much, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Last thing on the Knicks, and I agree. Last night with our best player not giving his A game, I wouldn't even give it a B game. That is a good sign for us moving forward. But Jalen Brunson, last thing I'll say on him, he's literally saving the city. According to NYPD, crime has gone down 78% while the Knicks have been on this 9 playoff win.
I love that
streak.
I agree. You know why?
Because we're coming together collectively.
Yes and no. What do New York City lead in?
Crime.
What? It's a gambling show.
Oh.
That's the gambling.
Degenerates. Yeah, gambling. Okay.
Most money betted year in, year out. Yeah. So the people are making money.
So they're happy.
When you making money, you eat good.
Yeah.
When you eat good, you drink good. When you drink good, you look good.
When
you look good, you smell good.
What else?
I'm not gonna go too much, but then you sleep good. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in New York. Everybody ain't making money. Think about it. If you're just betting New York, even a little sprinkle on the Mets,
you're up.
No,
you're up right now. You're up. So that's why there's no crime. You won 9 straight games. If you're a Knicks fan, you won 9 straight bets. How you doing?
Keep it moving. I love it. And we are going to keep it moving. And we're going to head up to the ice. And on Wednesday, Joe asked me, hey, if you like a dog, what would you rather pick? And I said, you know what? Even though both dogs won outright, I said, honestly, the Golden Knights, and they fucking stuck it to him. Kel McCarr did not play. He is game time decision here for game 2 tonight, but Golden Knights take it 4-2 on the road. It was a rout
in both affairs.
And Kata Hot, what a fucking performance. 36 saves. He was phenomenal. Kid, we hit the over too. It was a great night Wednesday. How did you like the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not expect that, though. Like you said, when you said the Golden Knights, I was like, I mean, Avalanche, absolute wagon. I mean, but so the same for the Hurricanes, but history was against them. We said this. The Canes had not won Eastern Conference Finals game 1 in their history, and they're 0-3 against the Habs this year. Habs were the livest I've seen. And, you know, like I said, kudos for you picking VGK, but as it turns to goals scored, it actually looks like the Habs were the better of the two just by scoring 6 to then 4-2. So, but I mean,
my question to you though, real quick, is can the Avalanche? Hypothetical, we don't know it. The game doesn't start for another 2 hours. If Kel McCarr doesn't play, can the Avalanche win?
Yeah, I mean, if he's not playing, they can. I think you got your shock factor in their game, the first game without him. You know, think about all he does for the team defensively and offensively. Now you take that out of the lineup, your first game in a game that matters so much with the pressure on your home ice. It's turning out these home teams, the home court doesn't necessarily, the home ice, all that doesn't necessarily favor them, especially when you take the crowd out of it, right? So if you go cold early, then you're kind of playing catch up. You're playing from behind, and it just doesn't bode forward. These teams like to play from ahead, and when they're ahead, they're in control. But if they're not, I mean, this could be a short series going the other way. So, I mean, we might have some interesting picks ahead for us, but I mean, it's been exciting so far.
I mean, we literally got 2 goals. We had like 4 goals in a matter of 8-9 minutes. The first period over was the play.
I told you Eastern Conference over as well, man.
Yeah.
You're saying the unders, and they have been hit. But
they did. Another team. I know we mentioned the Knicks came out rusty. The Carolina Hurricanes came out a little rusty on home ice.
That's a long time. I mean, can't you say the same for the Avs too?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So Montreal 6-2, they routed them. They had no answer for them, and they wind up winning 6-2. So we'll see how they wind up playing Saturday night in game 2. So what was your bet? Oh, it was the over. Correct.
I had I had Habs money line, and I on the Wednesday show I had the Avs -1.5. So I had Habs hit, but we missed the -1.5. So
you even out.
Yeah, I was leaning the over in both games, and that was the right side.
That was the right side, yeah. Maybe stick to totals, Joe.
Yeah, right.
We got some NFL news. And E, I'm going to give you 2 minutes on the clock for your famous, hey, hire me. Your DMs are open. You know, we're not going to put your number out there, but if you want to drive any of these NFL players, you're open for business.
Always.
I don't understand what Georgia people and the University of Georgia, why they're always speeding. But Nolan Smith Jr., Eagles linebacker, was arrested in Friday. He was speeding in Twiggs County in Georgia. It sounds like the sticks. He was clocked doing
Never heard of it. That's not good.
He was clocked 135 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. Like a week
Georgia
before.
State police don't play either.
No.
Yeah.
Red State. Joe, E, I'll start with you. 2 minutes.
I'll put the timer.
Clocking you now.
I got the timer. Tell me when.
Go.
First of all, not surprised. Georgia player, national champion. The players that won the national championship in Georgia tend to speed a lot and often. To be honest, luckily nobody got hurt. No DUI. So it could have been worse, right? Could have been worse. Could have been a hit and run. Could have been something. Didn't left the scene. Did get caught speeding 65 over. Kind of nuts. But I'm be honest, not mad at you. Glad everybody's safe, but for the players out there, if you cannot, let me rephrase this. If you cannot drive responsibly in public while you're under contract for the NFL, for your team, let's not forget, when you're out in public, you don't represent just yourself. You represent your NFL franchise and the NFL. Those two things are always in play. They're not going to accept you damaging their image, the team or the NFL. Like I said, thank God nobody got hurt. Nothing serious that happens. But Nolan Smith, let this be a warning. Because next time, hopefully it ain't the next time, if something else goes worse, it could be worse. Your team in the NFL is going to pick themselves over you every time. And that's to all NFL players. So just keep that in mind before y'all want to go speeding, drinking, a crazy night out with the boys, crazy night out with the girlfriend, whatever. Think about the NFL and your teams, because guess what? They're going to keep making millions and billions. You're not.
And with 6 seconds left on the clock, you finished. Not surprised. Georgia alum, Georgia athletes, they just speed. I don't know why, but they have a problem.
I hate to bring up what happened the year they won the national championship,
but 3 or 4 guys speed and get suspended.
It was a body call. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and does not, and I don't want to bring up Henry Ruggs, but has anyone learned from this? Thank God, to your point, no one was hurt.
Not for 9. Henry Ruggs is out, I think. Free Henry Ruggs.
He's out.
I hope he can make a return to the NFL. I honestly hope.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's not.
I think the kid deserves a shot. We gave Josh
the
Gordon.
UFL.
That's a good start,
bro. Harry Suggs was a first round pick.
It should.
I guarantee a team out there will give him a veteran minimum.
You know what? Germany's got the Autobahn.
Why?
You can go fast.
No,
fast,
I know what it is, but why do they have it?
Just so people could speed illegally.
Oh, okay.
Say they should set that up between Georgia and Florida, because there's
literally. Wasn't it built in World War II?
Something like that, yeah. So you got moms with 4 kids in the back going 150.
Jeez.
And not for nothing, in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure it's in Atlanta, but I know it's in Georgia for sure. It's one of the best open circuit tracks available for the public. You could just go there, pay a fee, and you can race your car as fast as you want over that track.
Have you guys been to Atlanta?
Never been.
I drove through.
I drove through. Yeah, I drove through. I went on 95.
It feels like it's on some sort of hill, how it's shaped. It's just the way you have to drive through to get into Atlanta. It's insane.
Yeah. No, I only drove through it. I have no business. I would love to go to Savannah or
Savannah's
Augusta.
Nice, on the coast. Beautiful.
Yeah, on the coast. I'd love to go to Augusta to go see the Masters, but I have no business.
That's on the border. That's South Carolina and Georgia border.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not the guy, and I would know to partake in after hour let's just say events or activities. I'm gonna have to go to Magic City. I'm gonna be honest. If I go to Atlanta, I'm going to Magic City.
You get those wings.
The Lou Will wings.
I'm gonna get the Lou Will wings. I heard nothing but great things about the food at Magic City. So if I'm ever in Atlanta and I'm staying the night, best to leave. And I'm not that type of guy. People will advocate this. Elvis is not that guy. I will go to Magic City. I feel like I have to.
All right, let's keep it moving. Reigning NFL MVP. I know that hurts a little because I know you're rooting for your boy Drake.
No, I told you to take it.
I know you hit your bet. I know.
I hit minus 130.
I know, but a part of you wanted your boy to win it. Let's.
Of course.
Of course. I know. But Matthew Stafford,
my ticket was green, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Hey, we love money. He does agree to a 1-year extension, $55 million up to 60 with incentives. Nice. He is now locked in for 2 years, $105 million remaining with the Rams. And if you guys forgot, just like a month or two ago, I think it was a month, they picked Ty Simpson at number 13. Apparently, the organization views him as eventually like the successor for Matthew Stafford, but it's going to wait for 2 years now. He is tied the MVP for them. He is going to be 30. No, he's 38. He will turn 39 February 7th, 1 week before the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, in SoFi, coincidentally enough. So, Joe, I'll start with you. He's getting paid.
Yeah, he's getting paid. I feel like maybe also you mentioned like the successor to it. I think they're maybe it's just not just a Ty Simpson thing, but it's more of just like the new age guys coming up where they could be moldable. They may have potential no matter what, especially if you're going to develop behind a guy and the mind of like a Matthew Stafford and a Sean McVay. So maybe that's healthy in there. You keep a guy like Matt Stafford around. If you have the cap space and whatever workings they can do to keep him around, I mean, you try to keep it going. You try to make that push for a Super Bowl, if not this year, next year, and it'll all be before he turns 40. So
yeah,
let's see if they can get it done.
Yeah, 2-year window with the reigning MVP, future first ballot Hall of Famer Matthew Stafford. Thoughts on the extension?
I think one thing is for certain, next year, well, not next year, 2 years from now, when the contract is up, will be Matthew Stafford's final year. So we could honestly, not guaranteed, but this won't be the last year we see Matthew Stafford. One, that's a good thing. Two, I think this, the price might be high because we don't know what Matthew Stafford is going to be able to do, a year and a half from now at $55-60 million. But that's an investment towards the future. When you could get Ty Simpson in the quarterback room, not just for one season, but for 2 seasons behind one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, that's something you pay limitless amount of money for. So I think the the Rams are taking a page out of the Green Bay Packers book and bringing in a quarterback that has a lot of potential, who might not have all the reps like a Ty Simpson, but they're going to mold them possibly to their next franchise quarterback. I honestly love what the Rams are doing because we could all agree Ty Simpson has a lot of potential. He just don't have, a lot of experience. Yeah, he doesn't have the experience. But 2 years under Matthew Stafford in that offense, and we all know Sean McVay he's an evil genius when it comes to offensive play calling.
First team as well. They surely will.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Matthew Stafford's 39 years old. I'm not going to be shocked if he missed a couple games with a back injury. Yeah. So Ty Simpson is going to get his chances. We'll find out 3 years from now if he's that guy. Yeah. But I'm telling you, great investment by the Rams. Still wouldn't pick them 13th overall because I think y'all championship team right now.
Someone else might have taken it though. If they got your guy, you want him.
Yeah, right? But I feel like you should have drafted somebody that could help you win a championship. Ty Simpson's not going to help you win a championship.
I think both things could be true. I agree with Joe. He might have been their number one guy on their board, and if he is, you have to pick him. But I also agree with you, E. He's not going to help you win a championship this year. But two things could be true.
You mentioned Stafford going down for a couple games. I mean, Ty Simpson could be a quote-unquote savior of the season if Stafford does go down. Yeah. So that could be a huge factor there.
And not for nine. One thing to also add on top of that, even with taking Ty Simpson 13th overall, we still consider the Rams a championship contender. So let's just imagine they would have got like Brian Baines Jr. out of Miami, who was still available at 13. No, I'm just saying. Imagine, Ruben Bain. Imagine if they would have just added somebody like that.
Added it to verse,
By the way, speaking of Ruben Bain, he's getting the first ever face mask that is designed to look like Bain's thing. Yeah, it's
that's crazy.
It's sick, honestly.
I haven't seen a face mask like that since Tuck.
Yeah, I don't like them, but I think that's fucking sick.
Have you guys played the Pari Schedule Maker, like the record creator? It's like online. It's like Perry schedule NFL because the schedule is released and you can kind of see how the divisions are shaping out. Like if you're saying that Stafford needs a couple weeks, he might not even play because they might have not necessarily the division, but they might have their playoffs hopes locked up by week 15, 16, and they don't have to play him the final 2 seasons.
Yeah, you got to send that in the group chat. I'll play around with it. Yeah. I do want to get to before we get to our picks real quick. I did want to mention, and it's a little sad, but it's very unfortunate. But if you guys follow race car driving, Kyle Busch unfortunately did pass away yesterday at the age of 41. Shortness of breath. He said he felt overheating and he was coughing up blood the day before his death, according to a 911 call. But yeah, I honestly, I was lost of words when I saw the breaking news come out. And he has a whole family. He has daughters. Honestly, I was very lost of words, but I do want to send my condolences from me to the Dream Wager to his family. I mean, two-time Cup champion. He's one of the sport's greatest and fierce drivers. He's a pioneer. And yeah, I just send my condolences to the Busch family. That's terrible.
Yeah, rest in peace to Kyle Busch. He was a legend, 2-time Cup Series. I'm pretty sure he was just driving in the Truck Series as well.
He has the most wins all time in the Truck Series.
Yeah, and he just won a race last week. And not for nothing, there's clips coming out now of that final interview, and he was teary-eyed, and you could see he didn't want to mention it, but he was clearly dealing with something. And the fact that, he was just hospitalized, and then a day later he passes away. He was clearly battling something for a while now. He just never made it public. So I just hope, his family and his loved ones could just, find peace at this time, because it's a shocker to all of us. So rest in peace to Kyle Busch.
Yeah, he was a pillar of racing, man. He really was. And he did a lot. I know a lot of people that weren't like a Kyle Busch guy, but love or hate him, you sure as hell respected him out there.
100%.
And I'm pretty sure RCR just possibly retired the number 8 number. So shout out RCR.
Oh, nice.
And Hendricks Racing too. I bet they probably did that because he's been there with them forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
big in there.
Not Coors. What's the Busch, the beer company? Give the family some money too.
I mean, M&M sponsored him.
Yeah, he's M&M's. He got the M&M car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, number 8.
Legendary. All right, guys, let's get into our picks. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor, brought to each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted number 1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavored tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick. Trust the guy, we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an Elderberry watching the NBA playoffs. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, real quick, when I mean quick, real quick, anything here tonight for game 3 in San Antonio? They are short favorites, -1.5, -124 on the money line, +104.
What's it start? Game's not started yet, has it?
No.
30.
Yeah, give me the Spurs -125 on the money line. If you want to lay the 1.5, I'm -110 by all means. I do think they take care of business in game 3. Like I said, got it going 7. And give me Victor Wembanyama over 14.5 rebounds. That'll be my prop for tonight. I'm going to just keep going back to the well. I think he had 15 last game. We saw him have 24 in game 1. I'm going to say he goes for at least 16, 17, maybe 18 boards tonight.
Joe, what do you got here for game 3 tonight?
I like the full game over.
Okay.
What's crazy is I guess people took unders because at one time I saw it earlier at 224, but now I'm seeing it around like 217. Like I said, it was around 2 last game. What do we have? 216.
I think it was like 216, 217.
Yeah, 216.5. And it soared over by 30 points. I'm going
so the
over
the total opened up at 215.5, and it's gone up all the way up to 219s. It never got past that.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, money is on the over, and I think for good reason.
Yeah, and I was gonna say what I have here, and I shout out Sean O'Malley because I gave it to him. It was over 217.5 for the full game. And as much as I do like Wemby going over, to Elvis's point, I actually think the Thunder need to kind of keep it close, and to do so without the Spurs running away with this game, because I do think the Spurs are alive. But since I didn't take a side, I think OKC can go over their team total in the first half, which is at 53.5.
Okay. I like
over in the full with all that. So.
I do agree with Joe. I like the over. I agree with the line movement opening up at 215 and now all the way up to like 218, 217.5. I like the Wembanyama over 14.5 boards. I don't mind that at all. I like Cason Wallace though, over 11.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I mean, that is just a little low here for a guy that gets a lot of opportunity off the bench. So over 11.5 points, rebounds, and assists. But let's cut the bullshit. Let's go to game 3 tomorrow night in Cleveland. Surprise, Cleveland's laying points, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
-2.5 for the Cavs, -135 on the money line, +115 for the Knickerbockers. Total is 214. Joe, I'll go right back to you. Game 3, what do you got?
Oh man, I think we can maybe give Cavs a little bit of respect now that they're going to be on their home court. But I mean, the Knicks are a team to right now. We've seen an evolved Knicks team, and I feel like they can get, like we just spoke about at the beginning of the episode, for either there's similarities between both of these. Stanley Cup playoffs, the Larry O'Brien trophy for the NBA. That if you take the fans out of it, I think they're in for a long night, and especially if you start getting them out of their seats and leaving, heading home early. I think it just completely demoralizes a fan base. So with that being said, who's seeing these odds and giving the Knicks the underdog price here? I'm taking that. Keep the points. Give me the Knicks on the money line at plus 114 where I got it. Like I said, if they go up 3-0, the series is all but over. Yeah. You could maybe I'm on the board for the sweep still. So I got to see them winning tonight, and I got to see them winning on Sunday as well. But if they're going to win a game, maybe it's Sunday night for the Cavs. I give them the benefit.
Saturday. I agree. I'm on the Knicks here, plus 115 on the money line. The series is over. I know I gave them a gentleman's sweep, but I just think they're demoralized right now. I think you got to see if the Cavs want to win, Evan Mobley needs to be more aggressive. In my opinion, yes. He is good. I like Evan Mobley. I really do. He's what I wish Jared Allen was a little more of, like a better offensive kind of.
It out of Allen,
yeah. But I got to take the Knicks here. They haven't fucking lost in like over a month. I got to take the Knicks.
They're going to get to 10 in a row. That's my theory.
Well, if you want to just be safe and take the plus 2.5, I don't think you need it personally. Two props that I like, in the books continue to disrespect them. Josh Hart over 12.5 points, and give me Mikal Bridges over 13.5 points. These numbers are extremely low. Mikal Bridges led the team in scoring in the first half when Jalen Brunson got a bunch of different looks there in game 2. So he's going to be the distributor, maybe look towards his assists. But yeah, I like Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges over their points.
Because I know you have a prop. Before I'll give mine out, I was with Victor Wembanyama. So I do agree with you. I had him over 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Ooh.
But I actually have him getting a triple-double tonight, which was like 30-1, because I think he not only could just hit it with assists, which may be a little bit harder than actually just hitting it with blocks, but if he gets 10-plus blocks, I mean, it'll be a sight to behold, but he can get a triple-double with blocks. I mean, come on.
It'll be special. Don't get me wrong. I got the Knicks in 5, right? I think everybody here, I think Joey did have the sweep. I think you got to win game 3. So if I'm leaning, don't get me wrong, I don't understand why they're a 2.5 point favorite. I agree with Dylan. I don't think Cavs should be the favorite, but I think the books are saying it's a must-win game. We could all agree it's a must-win game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. If there's a game to win, I think it's game 3. I'll lean money line Cleveland. I got 2 player props for you though. I'm gonna go right back to it. James Harden over 17.5 points. Still, I agree with you. The number that you mentioned for the Knicks, disrespectful. 17.5 points for a home game for James Harden. It's a little disrespectful. I'm not saying he's going for 30 people, but to get to 18, come on. Even if it was 18.5 to get to 19, to get to 20, he's going to give you 20 people. Give me James Harden over 17.5 points.
It should be automatic. I remember at one point the Beard was the fiercest scorer.
He averaged 34, So I think he'll give you slightly half of 34. And then give me Evan Mobley over 15.5 points at minus 132. Both for little juice for a reason, honestly. I think Evan Mobley, we saw in game 2, was efficient. To me, if he's just a little more aggressive, he'll get those points easily. And I think we'll see some of that back home in Cleveland. So give me Evan Mobley over 15.5 points. Like I said, if I got Knicks in 5, I say Cleveland wins game 3, Knicks cruise to the finals.
Cat, first basket.
I love that. Joe, you were saying Wemby triple-double. Shop around. I see 20-1. FanDuel, the Blue Book, no free shoutouts. They got 50-1. So
wow.
shop around. That'd be a hell. Yo, if you hit a 50,
that's a ticket.
That's a ticket
right there, bro.
Yeah. So I love that. Shop around if you do like Joe's triple double for Wemby tonight. That goes off in about 2 hours. So get that in while you can. And then a quick word here from Props.Cash. Props.Cash, the best way to research all your player props. The boys and I have been using Props.Cash for a few years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month. And right now you can get 25% off your first month with the code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25 and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month with the code DREAM25. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Boys, week 9 in the UFL. We got one game here tonight that's going to go out in about an hour, and then we got a doubleheader Saturday. No, we only got one game Saturday, excuse me, and then 2 games on Sunday. Cool, I like that. Let's get to the game, and I think it's the game of the week here. Tonight, that is what I will be watching when we get off. Orlando Storm hosting the DC Defenders. Orlando, only team to clinch a playoff spot, -1.5, -130 on the money line. Plus 110 for the visiting DC Defenders. Total is 46. I will let you lead it off. What do you like?
Oh, man. Give me... the DC Defenders. I apologize. Give me the Orlando. -135 on the money line. Don't get me wrong. DC, you know how much I like DC. I still think they're live, but after losing 2 straight to the Kings, Orlando's been, I'm going to be honest, been surprising all season long. I think Orlando's just playing a little better football right now. Don't get me wrong. I do DC bounces back. I just think it's a tough matchup against Orlando here on a Friday night. Give me Orlando -135 on the money line.
Joe, what do you like?
I'm on the opposite side. I'm with the Defenders. I think the UFL is actually very competitive, so I actually think there could be winding up at the end of this week a 3-way tie for first place at all 6-3 teams here. I think that gives you a little insight to what we're going to talk to in a couple days coming. And you know, they found their groove. The Storm did a couple weeks ago, winning by that 1 point against, I think, the Stallions. So, but it wasn't the Stallions. It was
who?
It was the Gamblers. So I think we're kind of a little low level. As much as I would say there's going to be a 3-way tie at the top for first place, that means there's going to be a fight for that 4th place spot. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm on the opposite side. Storm's found a groove, but I think the Defenders are just as good. So, I mean, it's a close one, but I'm going to take value with the Defenders here.
I stayed away from the side. I do lean DC. I liked it when it was at 2.5. I see 1.5, so money is coming in on them. I'm going to take the under 46 here. Under 46.5. You know, I just think season low too. 13 points in week 7. The Defenders, they did pour on 30 in a 3-point loss last week, but Spencer Sanders, he is a major downgrade at pivot. He was just 7 for 15 with 83 yards. He had an interceptions of just 3/4 of work. That's not a good look when he's about to face the UFL's top scoring defense, allowing only 18 points per game. The lone hope is to let the defense carry them to a win. I just think we see a low scoring game. 46 is a lot of points. I will take the under here. Should be a good game tonight in Orlando, but I'm going to take the under. Let's go to Saturday. We'll go out to Columbus. What's out there in Columbus outside Ohio State? Nothing.
The Blue Jackets. Yeah. The Ohio State.
Yeah, that's it. Only that's the Buckeyes. Birmingham, they're going on the road, and they're road favorites. -2, -127 on the money line, plus 107 for the Aviators. Total is 42. Joe, I'm going to go with you this one. What do you got?
Yeah, back-to-back weeks they played, mind you. And look, there's some history here with the Columbus Aviators. Every time they played a team back-to-back weeks, they wound up winning the second game. And so I'm thinking history repeats itself here. Give me the underdogs at home here, the Columbus Aviators on the money line at plus 102.
Ooh, what do you got?
I ain't gonna hold you, Joe. I'm going the other way. Give me Birmingham Stallions -120. I like what I've been seeing from the Stallions. I'm not saying I'm all the way back on them, but they won 2 straight ever since switching to DTR. Like what I've been seeing from them. Give me Birmingham on the road, -120 on the money line.
How about them Stallions? 1-4 start. They could actually clinch a playoff spot with their 4th straight win. You know, I got to back them here. I agree. I took them on the money line. I got a little early yesterday at -120, but still like them. I think Columbus is a good team too, but once they switched over to DTR, the offense has been much better. He's 3-1 as a starter. Receivers are starting to pick up as well. The fun ride, I think, here continues here for the Stallions. So I'm
it's music to my ears, you boys. I've been hot in the UFL, and hearing you boys fading me is making me smile. Stallions, funny thing you said that, though, could still be in fourth place even with a loss. Just as the Orlando, the Storm trying to get a win to clinch first place. Neither the defenders, if they want winning, could actually be in first place if on Sunday's game comes out a different.
Joe, have you picked your inaugural team?
Oh, who do I like?
Yeah.
Oof. I actually haven't really thought about that too much. So you got to give me a little bit.
The reason I ask is because this next game, I think you're a Kings fan.
I was going to say, I've been back in the Kings, haven't I?
You're a Louisville kind of guy.
Yeah, honestly, you have been back in the Kings.
You have been. And Louisville are short favorites here at home against, I don't know what the fuck's happened to Dallas.
The coldest team.
Yeah, -2, -140 on the money line, +120 for the Renegades. Total is 45.5. I'll start with you, switching and throwing a curveball. Yeah. You were out on your front foot, Joe, real quick. I know you were.
But +1.5, they know something here, don't they, E?
I honestly, this is a tough one, to be honest, just because I honestly might stay away from this game, to be honest, because I like the Renegades, but they've been frauds. And the Kings been kind of impressive. So if anything, I lean Louisville here. If anything, I'll lean with Joe, because I know Joe's going to go with Louisville here. I would take Louisville here, but I'm going to just stay away. If anything, I'll take Louisville -130 on the money line.
Joe, does the books know something?
That's what I was saying here. I'm like, yo, it might be worth it to take the +1.5 with the Renegades.
I don't know.
I was saying, like, as crazy as it may sound to hedge here, I like I said, I think why would they give the one in the hook to the Renegades after how cold they've been doing? I think the line should be given a little bit more to the Kings, but this is coming down to a one possession game here. So
I do think it's gonna be a good game. I can't come down to the side.
It's gonna be a one possession game, and it's gonna come down to a point. And so I genuinely think in a heart of hearts that Dallas will cover the 1.5. But I'm picking the Kings. So, like you guys said, if I'm going to come down with a team, I think I might go to Louisville, Kentucky, and be a fan of the Kings, guys, for the UFL.
Yeah, Louisville feels like a team that I think could cause significant problems here, even in the postseason. Forget this game, but I just think if the Kings win out, they're going to make the postseason. They could end up playing DC again, who they've had their number. And I think the difference here is the quarterback play. I like Chandler Rogers. He's been playing great. You could tell he has confidence now. And on the other side, Austin Reed, he used to be an MVP caliber quarterback. Not anymore. I just don't like it. There was glimpses last week, but I don't know. This is a classic situation where, two teams are heading in just different directions. And I just think the Kings are the better team. They're the more balanced team as well. I'll lay the -1.5 here with the Kings at
even laying it too. I like it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Actually, now come to think of it, if the Kings actually do win straight up and the Stallions lose, that will take sole control of fourth place.
We'll go to Elvis's team, the St. Louis Battlehawks, on the road taking on the Houston Gamblers, and peeling back the fourth wall. He started being a Houston Roughnecks fan, and now he's a St. Louis fan. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
Whoever wins this game wins your fandom.
Exactly.
Nah. I tell you what. After the upset last week, what's happened in DC 2 weeks in a row versus the Kings got me a little worried. I'm not gonna lie. So can the Houston Gamblers make it 2 in a row against the St. Louis Battlehawks, like we saw the Kings do it against the defending champs, the Defenders? I'll be honest. I think they have a chance. So instead of laying the 3 here, I'm gonna just play it safe. Sorry for the chalk. Give me the -162 with the Battlehawks on the money line.
Yeah, I did it. I laid the points with the Battlehawks here. I just think they're a way better team. I think the Gamblers are a shell of their organizational selves because they were one of the institutional programs here, and they should be better than what they are, but they're not. And it all starts from the top. So the name change and all that and losing your fanship, I think that's what's kind of hurting the Gamblers here. let's lay the points with the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Yeah, it's going to be a team ride. I laid the 3 here with St. Louis as well. Houston, give them credit. They pulled out the shocker last week in St. Louis. They beat the Battlehawks.
They were shaving points last week.
Allegedly. Offensively, I just think the Gomblers, they operate differently and honestly effectively than last game. And I just feel like defensively, I've always felt like they could collapse at any moment, especially
Law of averages says that.
Yeah, and I just think that I fully expect the Battlehawks to bounce back on the road here. I low-key lean the under as well, but I like St. Louis. I think they come back and they bounce back in great fashion. So let's just say that. Let's go to before we get to the NHL, quick word from Kalshi, real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in a ton of states, and once you trade $10, you will get $10 with the promo code ROCK24. That is ROCKK24. That's Kalshi, promo code ROCK24. Joe, let's go over to the ice. We have a game here tonight. Yep. Game 2 between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights. Avalanche minus 169 on the money line, plus 148 for the Knights. Total is 6. What do you like?
Like I was saying, you're seeing the similarities between different sports and both of their playoff runs here. And I'm thinking that the Western Conference teams, like both in the NBA and here on the ice in the NHL, can score. And I think the goals are going to go over here. It was line set at 6.5. You're getting plus 110, plus 115 if you go over it. I just think that's what we're going to see here. I think that it's going to be hard with no Cale Makar to stop Vegas Golden Knights and Mitch Marner led goal scoring affair that they got going on. So for the Avs to compete, they're going to have to score goals themselves. So I easily could see a 3-3 going into third period, and then chaos can ensue from there. Maybe even goes to overtime. Let's see how it goes, but I like the over 6.5.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game. Cale Makar has been ruled out an hour ago for game 2. It's hard for me not to take the Golden Knights again at plus like 150, 155.
Like these dogs are live in the hockey.
Yeah, I agree though with the over. I do think we'll see some goals, especially without the best defenseman in the league. So
I know as many points as he scores and how good as a lockdown he is behind the blue line. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I would take the over. Don't want to back. I got to see them win it before I start backing them.
They could go down 2-0. They really could.
That's insane. Let's go to Saturday, though. We got game 2 in Carolina. Let's see if the Hurricanes can bounce back. Minus 200, though, for the Hurricanes. Plus 176 for the Canadiens. Total is at 6 again. What do you like?
Over.
I think that's bold. I actually did take the side again, and I took the Habs. Like you said it with the Avs. I want to see the Canes actually get a win under the belt to see that they can do it. History is against them, and they just look cold right now. Like I said, it's a battle of rust versus rest, and they surely look rusted and not rested. So Habs, one of the hottest teams right now. They're playing them at a bad time, the Canes are, and so I'm going with the dog value with the Habs, plus 180. All Canada supporting them. How are they not?
Yeah, I even like the Canadians plus 1. I don't usually take puck line in the NHL, but plus 1.5 at minus 135.
That's not bad at all.
That's
a safe bet, but I feel like you don't need it. I really do feel like they can actually pull ahead 2-0 just like VGK.
Yeah, the offense is just phenomenal right now. Let's see if the Carolina Hurricanes can bounce back. They still are the favorite to win the Eastern Conference final. We'll see. We'll see how it all pairs out. But I don't mean to just curve you, but anything on the ice, kid?
I like the over. We just saw 5 goals in the first period in the first 11 minutes.
Yeah,
first 11 minutes the other night. How can we not like the over 5.5 in 60 minutes, people? Wow. We saw that in 11. Give me the over 5.5 on the ice.
They did go a little cold, but I think
they did.
And I think,
they didn't need to do it anymore.
If you're going on top of that, just like Dylan, you had a safer sharp bet with the plus 1.5 to ease point. If you're liking that, maybe over in the first period.
First period over 1.5. Yes, yep. I do like that as well. Boys, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day to all the men and women who served our country, who make the ultimate sacrifice. I am going to go eat. Boys, you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of the week. Good luck on all your bets, and we will see you guys on Sunday. Peace.